Is this recording?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Hi, I'm Louise.
And I am Rogier, and welcome to our podcast.
Rogier and Louise celebrate.
Woohoo! We started this podcast during COVID. And this was a time where we couldn't celebrate a lot of things. We couldn't come together to celebrate a lot of celebrations. So we used this time actually to think back on all the celebrations that we have been celebrating, not only in the country that we're living in, but around the world, and do some research on all these celebrations.
Say celebrate one more time.
Celebrate.
Yeah, because some things we just take for granted and some things we just don't know. Like, who invented the Easter Bunny? Why do we celebrate Christmas in the 25th of December? Or some people celebrate it on the 24th. Who does which? I don't know. This is all what we want to find out.
Indeed. So let's jump into the first episode.
Before, we should have a little disclaimer.
We are very curious. We want to learn things. And we are going to do our homework. We're going to do our research, but we might miss stuff.
We're looking on the interwebs. We're looking in encyclopedias to find some interesting information. But different times could mean different information, different opinions.
And we might miss different perspectives, different voices. So if we do, just drop us a line. We're more than happy to get some feedback, criticism, just be nice.
You can email us at rogierandlouisecelebrate@gmail.com. That is Roger and Louise celebrate@gmail.com.
First episode, Valentine's Day.
Let's talk about love, baby.
Let's talk about love.
The holiday of love called Valentine's Day. Louise, are you in love?
Oh my God, getting so personal.
I am single. And I am ready
So
to
we're already
mingle.
moving to you. Okay, let's
And thank you for asking, by the way, about my love situation. Yes, but we're celebrating Valentine's Day this month on the 14th of February. Do you have any great Valentine's memory?
That's funny you'd ask, because I actually thought about it a little bit, and I don't think I ever celebrated Valentine's Day, no. I mean, I know it's a huge holiday, but I also don't know of anyone who has actively celebrated it.
But you've seen it around you. Have you ever bought like flowers, maybe for yourself, maybe for your mom, family members? I don't know.
I don't think so. Because it's true. I feel like it's mostly used by companies on their marketing campaigns rather than actually people celebrating it. Like, I don't know, this completely from my personal experience, but I personally never celebrated. And I also never heard like friends of mine being like, oh yeah, I'm really excited to celebrate Valentine's Day this year with my partner or whatever. Never heard that.
Back home in high school, we could go to the library and then you could buy flowers or roses there. They had different types of roses. So you could buy the cheap roses that are plastic, or you could buy the really expensive real roses. And then you could write there, you could already buy the flower and then write to who you want to send it to on Valentine's Day. So people would go from class to class to deliver Valentine's Day. It's almost like it was in Mean Girls.
Cute, yeah.
Yeah.
For Grand Coco.
Yeah.
Could you get it for anyone?
Anyone.
Okay.
So one thing that I do remember, and then actually I was a little bit teased on. I remember going to the library and buying a rose for myself.
No!
And I actually wrote in the book, so you had to write in the book like who is it from and who you're gonna send it, and it was like from me to me.
Cute!
And people were like, oh my God, I cannot believe you bought a rose for yourself. Only to realize that actually that's the biggest lesson that we learned in COVID, self-love.
Exactly, you were a little baby self-love advocate.
I was a trendsetter before it even was a thing.
Exactly. Maybe I'll do
Exactly.
that this year.
Yeah. But where does it all come from? And actually, we found out that there are two things when you look into the background of Valentine's Day. There's the tradition of Valentine's Day that comes from a different place, and there's the name Valentine's Day that also comes from a different place.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was me. It's not COVID, people. It's just me talking too much.
Is the background religious? I feel like every huge
Part
holiday.
religious. Yeah, also actually it's fully religious.
Okay.
Yes. So actually it started in ancient Greece, so it has Greek mythology to it, with the god Pan. Now Pan, P-A-N, Pan.
Okay.
Pan was a half man, half goat.
Okay.
And he was unpredictable by nature, and that would scare people. And that's where the word panic comes from. From the god Pan.
That's not the little. Have you watched Hercules? That's not.
I think he's him, but I don't think he was a god.
No, he was.
Was he a
well, not in
centaur?
Hercules.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a centaur, maybe. Yeah. But this is an actual god.
He was a god.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was called Pan. He was playing the flute. But also what is something very known to Pan is that he would easily get distracted. And he would get distracted by beautiful women.
Oh, only by beautiful women?
He was straight.
No, but I mean, no, but I mean also by other things. Like, was he just a distract? Like, I get distracted by food. Like,
I did not do my research that deep. But he got distracted by this beautiful woman called Aphrodite.
okay, yeah, I
The
see
goddess of love.
that. Yeah, and beauty, I think.
Yes. And one of the sculptures shows Pan with Aphrodite. And on top of them, there is this almost Cupid-like other god called Eros, which is the god of love.
Oh.
Now, when the Romans, in Roman mythology, they copied a lot of the Greek mythology, basically. So Eros was replaced by Cupid, which means desire, cupido, or love. And Pan is replaced by this other god called Faunus.
Okay,
in
yeah.
that. And Faunus was celebrated during the Feast of Lupercalia. Now, the Feast of Lupercalia was celebrated between the 13th and the 15th of February.
Okay, 3 days, a 3-day
Yes.
festival, a
Yes.
rave,
And what happened during this festival?
orgies.
Yes, as well, of course. And that's what all the Romans did. It's all they did. It's orgies,
Exactly.
orgies.
Drink wine and
Yes.
have orgies.
But men would sacrifice dogs
Oh no.
and goats.
Okay, I feel like we should have put a warning at the beginning of the show
Yes.
now, because killing
pretty
dogs is really shocking content.
But it gets even worse.
Oh wow, okay.
They use the skin of their dogs or the goat and create a whip out of it. And then basically what happened during this festival is that men would run after women.
Wow, okay. Whoa.
But the women are in on it. They want to be ran after.
Okay.
And then
Consent is all about the consent.
There was consent. And what happened
Was
here...
there though? Was there though?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But if the whip would hit you, that would mean that you were fertile as a woman.
Oh wow, okay.
Yes.
Magic whip.
And what also happened during this festival is that they would have a lottery, basically, where they would have, in one box, they would have the names of men, in the other box, they would have the name of women. And then someone would just pick out 2 names, and those people would be coupled for the whole festival.
Oh, like
as a
an
couple.
actual Cupid.
Yes. Some people would be coupled just for the festival, and others were coupled for a lifetime.
Okay, it's a big commitment.
Yes.
But they were all into it, because that's sounding like half romantic, half... What's the movie with Jennifer Lawrence where she volunteers as tribute?
Hunger Games.
Thank
yes.
you, producer. Yeah, that's sounding half Hunger Games, half romance.
Yeah, but would you attend? I think I would go.
Would I be doing the whipping or being
Ew, no,
whipped?
I don't. Maybe I like a little. I don't know.
No, me too, yeah.
A little
Little
bit of
TMI.
50 Shades. No.
Why not? That was released always on Valentine's Day, because apparently it's the type of stuff that people do like watching on Valentine's Day.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
There's
okay.
the connection to Valentine's Day.
I would not want to be randomly coupled with people now.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Now, according to one story, when the Catholic Church rose up and took over control of Rome,
Yeah.
they basically absorbed all their pre-Christian fests and put a Christian spin to it.
So changing their beliefs with without changing it too much that they would completely freak out.
So they named this day Saint Valentine's Day. And where does Saint Valentine's Day basically, where does the name Valentine's Day basically comes from, or the Valentine, the word Valentine, or the name, come from, is that there was this Roman emperor before, in the year 200, who believed that men should not be married because he said men made better soldiers if they were single. And there was this priest, his name was Valentine, who secretly then coupled soldiers to women and married them.
Was it again like a secret draft that you wouldn't know who you would be coupled with, or was it?
I'm not 100% sure how that went.
Okay.
So he secretly did it. He secretly helped them and coupled the people. But when it was found out, he was thrown into jail. And his punishment was that he was going to get beheaded.
Ooh, but what was he doing it? What was his motivation? Did people find that out? Like, was he just really into love?
Maybe he was a lover of love. I don't know. But the thing about that, between, there was some time that he was in jail. And he befriended actually the daughter of the guard that was guarding his cell.
Okay, a plan to escape?
No, not really, no. But on the day that he got beheaded...
Oh, he did get beheaded?
Yes, he left a note. It ended with, "From your Valentine."
Oh, cute.
Yes.
And that's why people still sign that. Well, because I've never gotten a note signed like that, but in
that's
movies.
Yes, in books.
In books, yeah.
Yes. So it was actually the strange holiday, and it became actually a holiday with Saint Valentine's Day, but it became romanticized by William Shakespeare in Midsummer Night's Dream. And what happened after that, in the Middle Ages, people started sending cards to each other.
Cute. But it wasn't romantic love.
So they also signed with "From your Valentine,"
even though that's Valentine's name, like, it has nothing to do with those people anymore. It was Saint Valentine's.
But that's also, yes. So the tradition comes from the mythology, and the name comes from this Christian guy named Valentine.
Okay.
And now we basically merged those two into a fun holiday. And it was in 1913 that one of the biggest card manufacturers in the world really started producing Valentine's cards. So Hallmark, yes, started producing, and that changed business forever.
Yeah, because like I mentioned, I've never heard of actual people celebrating Valentine's Day so much, but companies go crazy for it. Like, so many campaigns, beautiful campaigns, but I'm always like, would I buy a new dress just because it's Valentine's? Not really, but...
Yeah. According to the National Retail Federation, the Valentine's Day is a $21.8 billion celebration. That's only in the US.
So all those people are buying stuff and I never got anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever get a Valentine's gift?
Never.
What's wrong with us? Why do people, if so many people are buying Valentine's gifts?
According to a survey that was done by the National Retail Federation, actually this year more people will be celebrating Valentine's than last year. But because of COVID, people are spending less than last year. Also, last year people could go out, to have dinners, etc., etc. Now people are saying that they will most likely just have a dinner at home or make their own dinner, so they won't go out to restaurants anymore.
Well, most places you can, right? Like, I would love to go for a dinner outside, but I think most places that's not even a possibility.
Yeah.
But that's a good point. Like, this is something that I always noticed, that it was always so hard to get a reservation on Valentine's Day. Like, even if you just want to have dinner with friends, because that I've done a few times where we celebrated Singles Day, which I think is normally the day after Valentine's Day. I don't think it's an official holiday. I don't think that is like...
The real Singles Day. The real Singles Day is on November, 11th of November, so 111.
Is that an actual holiday?
A holiday, yes. It's not... Yeah, it's a holiday in China.
Because I've celebrated a few times just with friends, like with girlfriends, that we would go out for dinner or something. And a few times we thought about doing it the actual Valentine's Day, but we could never, because every restaurant would be super booked.
Yeah. And they say about the spending, the average spending is around $160, and where men actually spend double the amount than women spend.
They better, yeah. Jewelry.
Another fun fact, in Japan, they have Valentine's Day on the 15th of February, which is called Tomo Shoko.
Is it the one that women make chocolate for men?
Exactly.
Oh, cute. I've heard of it.
They either make it or they buy it, and it can be very expensive, these chocolates that they buy for men.
How expensive? $160
Could
worth
be,
of chocolate?
yes.
Wow, okay.
And they're very expensive, and they have to be dark chocolates.
Why?
So they give dark chocolates on the 15th of February. But the celebration doesn't end there, because on the 15th of March, it's time for men to give chocolates to women.
But wait, why do women have to give dark chocolate? Is that a reason for that?
Yes. And now the reason comes, men have to give white chocolates to women.
Okay.
And the reasoning behind this is they want the men to go out and buy chocolate and not just save the chocolate that he got from the girl.
What?
So this is proof that he went out and bought chocolate for her because he's bringing her white chocolates instead of dark chocolates.
Who would do that?
Isn't that smart?
I feel like that's a safety measure that's completely unnecessary. I've never lasted longer than 2 weeks with chocolate in my house. I'm surprised that someone will last like a whole month with chocolate just sitting around waiting to be given back.
But imagine if it's multiple women giving me chocolate. I would say some and just give it back. It's like, hey.
Oh, now I get it. That you would give someone else. Oh, that's me. Because I've heard that you're supposed to do like a whole personalized decoration for the chocolate and like do something special with the chocolate, not just like a Milka bar. That's done like really some special gift.
That's why they're also so expensive, because you could even, I think maybe people make them themselves or they will go out and buy these really expensive chocolates for a friend or their lover. Also nowadays, in the past, it was also very love focused, so just only a lover, a love interest. But this is not talking about Japan, this is just talking about all over the world. Nowadays, they also see that I think 60% is still for lovers, but other people are also buying for other things. So they're also buying gifts for their dog, for their friends, for family members, etc. So it's
and now
not
we're coming full circle on a holiday that started by brutally murdering dogs to actually gifting them treats.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So, knowing all this that we know now, especially about this like mixed background that Valentine's Day actually comes from, I want to make this controversial because this is not controversial enough. We had dead dogs, we had orgies, but still we didn't get to the controversial heart of this holiday, which is, don't you think it's offensive to have only one day out of the year for you to celebrate your partner? Shouldn't love be celebrated every day?
And I have an opinion on that, but I'm not going to share it because the listener is going to tell us. So, if you have an opinion, if Valentine's Day should only be celebrated once a year, or should actually be celebrated every day of the year.
Once a day, at least once a day.
Yes. Send us an email on Rogier and Louise celebrate@gmail.com, and maybe we'll read it in our next episode.
Exactly. We would also love to know if you have beautiful stories of super romantic Valentine's Days. If you're like us that has zero experience with this holiday, never celebrated
or
it.
super bad experience with this holiday.
True. Maybe you thought, oh, let's go to Paris to enjoy Valentine's Day together. And bam, what do you find? Thousands of tourists and everywhere full.
Oh, go to the Eiffel Tower on Valentine's Day and see everybody proposing. Kill
Exactly. Nightmare. No.
And you not getting proposed to.
Exactly. The guy turns to tie his shoes and you think, this is it. No, it's not, sweetie. It's not. Nobody does it in Paris. No. So send us those stories. We are dying to know.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. And if you have an idea what kind of holiday and celebration we could research for next month, we're dying to know.
Send it to that email that I've been repeating 5 times in this episode already. It's rogierandlouise@gmail.com.
Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
The wrong email. It's Rogier and
Louise celebrate. Oh shit, I did this 5 times already. Okay, go. I have to go. Okay, girl, it's Saturday. I have to go to the supermarket.
Buy that dark chocolate
Yeah.
to give to myself. Would you get dark chocolate? I would, because I'm trying to be healthy. It's less sugar.
But you're the woman, so you would give white chocolate and I would give you back. No. You would give me dark chocolate so I can be slimming, and I would give you white chocolate so you can be fat.
How dare you?
But they love it in Japan because they love fat. That's why they love sumo wrestlers, no? They always have all these girls around them.
Do they?
Yes.
Are sumo wrestlers like rock stars
Like rock
in
stars.
Japan? Mm-hmm.
At least that was what I got from Austin Powers.
That's your source. Okay.
And scene.
And see.